All right, guys, it's the Macklin Twins. In this video, I'm gonna teach you 10 rules to success. Literally, if you follow this video, there's no way you can't be successful. I guarantee it. I promise it, and it's gonna happen for you. You just gotta follow this video. There's nothing to it but to do it. Let's get into the video and let's check it out. Okay, guys, so in the Elliott group, we go by something called learn it and live it, okay? So I want you to write that down. That should be number one, but that's just a little bonus tip, okay? So you gotta learn it, you gotta live it. Number one, what I want you to write down is be excited. There's a lot of people that are walking around, they got no excitement for life. They got no zest for life. They're just like dead bodies just waiting for life to come for them. They want a big life, but they're not excited for it. Listen, man, you're gonna attract who you are. If you're walking around just a shell of yourself, I assure you that you're gonna attract all the wrong things into your life. But if you're walking around like positive, like amazing, I was outside today in Arizona, it went from 120 degrees, like Death Valley, to 101 today. And that might be hot other places, but I'm walking around like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But even at 120 degrees, people, I was walking around excited, okay? Think about you. Do you make the best decisions when you got good energy, when you got good excitement, or when you got bad energy, when you got bad excitements, when you're a little skeptical of everything? If you want to be the best leader, if you want to be the best salespeople, your body's gotta say it, your face has gotta say it, your frequency's gotta say it, okay? And if you do that, then customers are naturally gonna be more attracted to you because you're attractive. Number two, okay, write this down, change yourself. Okay, if you're not happy with where you are, change. If you are growing and you're crushing it, you're still gonna have to change. See, winners understand one thing. They can't be the same person tomorrow as they are today. They're naturally gonna always change. And if they don't, they know that's when life comes for them. Listen, life is coming for all of us. You're gonna have bad things happen to you, good things happen to you. Everything is temporary and nothing lasts forever. What's that mean? If you're on top of a mountaintop and you're just sitting there comfortable and you did all this work to get up there, you could lose it in a day. You could lose it in a week. At the Elliott Group, we really truly stay hungry to build, to continue to grow, to continue to grind, because winners are constantly changing. They're constantly growing. One of the most crucial universal laws to success is, dude, you're gonna have to change. You're constantly gonna have to reinvent yourself. You're constantly gonna have to show up another level to yourself. If you're a leader out there, you're constantly gonna have to be a better leader. You're constantly gonna have to present a different level of yourself, because if you do, naturally, your people around you are gonna do the same thing. So, number two, change yourself. Come on, elevate yourself. Come on, get that next level out of you. Come on, you're on these videos and you're growing right now. Your goal is to continue to challenge yourself. These are the rules to success, okay? Okay, guys, number three, have a coach's heart. Okay, I don't got the best handwriting, people, so maybe you can't even see what that says. But listen, you gotta have a coach's heart. What does that mean? A coach, man, he's there to serve people. He's there to help people. He's there to get a potential out of somebody that they didn't know that they could get out of themselves. So if you're a manager, take your title, throw it in the trash. You're not a manager no more. You're a coach. What does a coach do? He gets a potential out of somebody that they didn't know that they could get out of themselves. If you're a parent, if you're a dad, come here, Cannon. I got my son right here. Listen, my goal is to take this little kid and it's to get a potential out of him that he doesn't know that he could get out of himself. A coach has a caring heart, a loving heart, man. They really want to see people win. If you're a salesperson, you should really want to see your teammates win. If you're a salesperson and you're talking to your managers, man, they should sense this overwhelming gratitude that you have to be in the organization. If you're an owner, they should sense that overwhelming gratitude that you have for them working in your company, man. These are the missing elements, and it doesn't matter how far you get in life. You could be forgetting about this as a leader. You could be forgetting about this as a manager. You could be forgetting about this with your kids. You could be forgetting about this with your family. How do you show up for people? This is the universal laws of success. You need to show up with a caring, loving heart. When your customers are around them, You're like, Ian, am I a coach with my customers? Hell yeah, man. When you sit with them, dude, you're gonna walk them through the things. You're gonna show them how to make a good decision, a logical decision. You're gonna show them the facts. You're gonna show them the figures. You're gonna say, hey man, listen, it doesn't matter if you got challenge credit. Let me show you how you're gonna get good credit. Man, you're gonna sit with them and say, hey, this thing on your credit, we can get this off. This is how you're gonna do it. This is, your goal is to buy a house. Well, shoot, you gotta know how to pay your car on time. You gotta know how to set these things up. You gotta know how to get these things off of your credit. You gotta know how to do these things, right? So many people, man, they don't care about people. Your goal is to change people's life when they're around you. I don't care if you're the receptionist. Your goal is when somebody gets on that phone, how they feel around you is who you are. Who are you trying to become? Is that person gonna be excited? Is that person gonna change themselves every day? Is that person gonna have a coach's heart? When that person is selling to somebody, do they feel like that person's the expert, like that person's showing them something that they didn't even think about? Damn, I didn't even think the product could do that. Damn, I didn't even think I was gonna fall in love this much. Damn, I didn't even think that all those things that you just taught me sitting down with me, I didn't even know that I was gonna learn all that from you, man. Gosh, man, how could I not say no to this? Your heart, what's happening in your heart? Do you got a dark heart? Guys, I got a secret to tell you. I've watched salespeople with dark hearts, leaders with dark hearts go get it all. They're great salespeople. They're good at making money for 2 or 3 years and their whole life collapses because they got a little hole in their heart. They got a dark heart. They end up tearing their life down every couple of years. They end up going back to the starting line. Why? Heart. Heart will lead you to where you want to go. Got to really use your heart, people. And if you can use your heart, here's the coolest thing. You can become rich and you can be rich in your heart and you can be rich in who you are. And that's more important than money. All right, guys, number 4, this one's important. I want you to write this down with me. Just do it. Just do it, people. So many people are waiting for the right time, the right weather, the right this, the right that, for the perfect conditions. Nope. That's not how winning goes, man. You're gonna do it. You're gonna act, man. You're gonna start to just shoot that gun and you're gonna get better at shooting it. So many people are waiting to, hey, let me put the ammo in this thing. Let me just see what this thing's got to do. Let me do this. Let me do that. Dude, by then I've already taken 30 shots, man. Okay? Listen, man, I'm here to tell you that most things aren't gonna be perfect in your business. Most things aren't going to be ready. You're gonna have to do it and figure it out. This little thing called Just Do It is gonna create experiences. So I want you to put experiences over here. You can draw so much from experiences where they start to teach you things that learning can't, okay? There's a saying, it's called be plus do equals have. You gotta become so you can do something, so you can have something. Naturally, that makes a lot of sense. If you become something, you're gonna do something at a higher level and you're gonna have something. Like, listen, if I want that Lamborghini right now, if I became the best salesperson in the world, naturally, I'm gonna do something at such a high level with such high leverage in my skill set that I'm gonna yield that Lamborghini. I'm going to get that Lamborghini. That Lamborghini is going to be mine because of who I became, okay? But check this out. I've got a new way to think about this, okay? Even if you're not ready and you're on this path because you're watching this channel of becoming, you're training, you're becoming, but you can't not do the doing. You got to do the doing. And if you do the doing, it actually reverse engineers it and you become it. The more you do it, you also become it. The more you do it, you become it. And the more you do it, you get experiences and then you're gonna have it. The salesperson that gets the most reps, the salesperson that makes the most calls, that salesperson is gonna have market evidence on if he's good or not. And he's gonna be able to start to make himself better just based on the experiences he's learning if he's aware. Okay, so listen, man, if your goal is to call the average person in your store is calling 100 people a day, what if you called 500? What if you called till your freaking ears were about to freaking fall off because you're like, oh, my hands are bleeding because I've been dialing so hard. Dude, it's crazy. I stayed up until 2 in the morning dialing. Well, listen, if you did that for 6 months, while that other person makes 100 calls in 6 months, you're gonna kick everybody's ass. Why? Because you did so much doing that now you have more repetition than them. So now you have more leverage in your skill set. So when you talk to somebody, you can already sense where they're going. You can already sense what they're gonna do. You already know exactly what's gonna happen because you've been on that mat. You know, a lot of people say time and experience means nothing. It doesn't, because you can get into a business and succeed right away. But the person that gains a lot from their experiences and is aware from what they learned in those experiences, that person naturally creates more leverage in their skill set, meaning they don't have to try as hard in there because they know they're so tapped into their skill sets that they know how to close, they know what's coming in those sales, so they can predict through their experiences what's going to happen. They're better. You don't get that without the doing. And that part in sales is so crazy because a lot of people just quit. They don't make it. They burn out of sales. They talk shit on the industry. They're like, oh, you know, it wasn't what it was cracked up to be. I was in a scam. The top guys all got all the leads. No, man, listen, dude, I'm just going to be honest with you. You need to look in the mirror. You didn't do enough doing. Therefore, your skills didn't get good enough. Therefore, you didn't make a lot of money. So you can focus on the be. You can focus on the do. Those are the two most important parts to the have. And if you can do that, you're going to kill it in sales. You're going to kill it in life. You're going to kill it at whatever you have. Everybody say it with me. Just do it. Just say, do it anyway. Write down, do it anyway on your hand as you go to work today. Do it anyway. 100 calls, do it anyway. 200 calls, do it anyway. Whatever your goal is, do it anyway. Doesn't matter how you feel, dude. Stop making decisions on your temporary feelings. I don't feel that good today. Listen, that top guy in your company, he don't feel good either. But you know what he's gonna do? He gonna do it, and you're gonna be like, he must be built different. No, he just ain't listening to that little bitch voice in his head that's telling him to go sit on the couch like you. He's actually doing the do. Okay, so do to do. Write that down, do to do. Okay, guys, number 5, be the best that you can be. Be the best that you can be. What did they say in the Army? Be all that you can be. Listen, guys, this is so simple, but so amazing. Be the best that you can be. Always stay developing. Developing is a never-ending game. You're gonna change and you're gonna develop one time every day. Every day, people are gonna be like, bro, you're getting better. You sound better. You look better. What are you doing? You're going to the gym every day. If you trained and changed one time every day, that's 7 times in a week. 7 times 4 equals 28. So you changed 28 times. Okay, guys, so if you trained 7 times, you change 7 times each day, man, you're changing. And by the way, as you're changing, it's not gonna feel like you're doing much, man. You're gonna be still sitting at home like, man, I don't know if I'm doing anything. I don't know if I'm doing anything. But you're doing the work. You're doing the training. You're doing the gym. You're doing the do. I promise you're changing. It might not feel like it to you, but I assure you, in 1 year, your entire life is gonna change. I assure you, in 6 months, your entire life is gonna change. You're gonna change 7 times. Times 4 is 28. That's how many times you're gonna change in 1 freaking month, okay? 28 times 12, if you change every day for a year, what does that equal? That equals 336 times. You're gonna change 336 times. Listen, man, the average person in America, they may be changing 1 time a month. They're gonna change 12 times. It would take them 10 years to catch you. 10 years. How much you can do in 1 year, it's crazy. People underestimate the power of change in their life. Guys, you can become world class at anything. Decide what it's gonna be. Decide that the whole world is gonna look at you and say, that guy's the expert in that field. That guy is the authority in the field. That guy is the best in this exact field. I want you to write it down right now. What is it gonna be? And listen, man, I wanna tell you, on those days where you don't wanna do it, do it. Go back to the rule just before this one, do it. Because what's gonna happen is over time, you're gonna create new pathways of thinking. The things you're struggling with right now, you won't be struggling with a year from now. You won't be struggling with 2 months from now. Listen, the way to get new results and new ways of thinking in your brain is to act yourself into a new way of thinking. It's not just thinking about changing. I wanna think about changing. No, man, you take a new action, you get a new thought, you start thinking differently, so you get a new belief, and then you change. That's how it happens. And if you do that consistently over a period of time, you look back and you're like, I can't believe I used to think that way. I can't believe that used to be the limit that I have. I can't believe that's what I used to think. I can't believe I used to think that that was a lot of money. I'm worth 10 times as much. What was I thinking, man? Likely you're hanging with losers. Likely you weren't becoming the best version of yourself. And likely that started to corrupt your brain. So what you need to do, you need to kick anything that's not serving the future version of yourself out of your life. Boom! Punt it right out of your life. You're the CEO of your own life. You can hire and fire people accordingly. If they are not helping you become the best version of yourself, get rid of it. If it's a habit, get rid of it. You got to give up to go up, people. So what is it? Get rid of it. A low limiting belief, get rid of it. Whatever it is, get rid of it. Because you're going to look back 2 years from now. If you keep that in your life, you're going to end up a version of yourself that you don't like, that you hate. And it is really hard to a lot of the years of bad decisions. So excuse my language, but you need to get rid of that right now so you can go up. Okay, guys, number 6, be determined. Okay, let's do an extra highlight on this one. Whatever you say you want to get, you better go get. If you say you're going to put up 20 cars, you best put up 20 cars. I don't care what it is. If you walk into work and say, Ian, you know what? I'm going to make 60 calls today. I don't care. What's your number? And you go make 14. No wonder you think like a loser. No wonder you have a bad reputation with yourself. No wonder you don't believe in yourself. No wonder you'll lower your confidence because you're not determined, man. Listen, when you're in success, it doesn't matter what other people are thinking. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. It matters what you're doing. Determined people, they always win because they focus on this one highway and they're going down this highway. They're looking down this highway and they're like, dude, nothing is going to stop me. I am getting there. I am getting there. No matter what, it's commitment to one singular direction, and that's commitment. You got to have the commitment to one direction that you're going. You got to decide what that is. Nobody can decide it for you. And listen, you probably have a calling in your heart that's telling you what you need to do, but you're not listening to it. You got to listen to it and just be like, hey man, listen, I'm going to do this, okay? I don't care what your daily goals are, your monthly goals are, your weekly goals are, whatever you set them up to be, how about you hit them? How about you hold yourself to a standard? How about you decide that you're a winner? How about you act like you're a winner? How about you act as if you already are winning? Decide what it's gonna be. Focus on what it's gonna be. The world is not focused right now. The attention is everywhere. People are looking here, they're on their phones, they're on TikTok, they're bullshitting. Focus. Listen, man, people say, hey, time is the most important thing in the world. It's actually not. Okay, focus is the most important thing in the world. Because if you're focused with your time, then you're likely to get your outcome and you're likely to maximize your time, which then it makes time important. I see a lot of people not managing a lot of time, and then I see the winners focused on time, therefore they get more output, therefore it makes their life better. So you got to decide what this life is going to look like for you. And if you don't have focus behind this determination, then it's not going to matter. Let's 10x your focus and let's 10x your determination. Okay guys, number 7, become a dreamer. Let's go. Some of you guys right now, you've given up on your dreams. Man, you remember when you were a kid, everything is possible, man. You're like, oh man, I could go do this, I could go do that. And you didn't stop dreaming, man. Creativity will keep your mind growing. Man, whatever you think is possible, it's actually really possible. Anything is possible. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not possible. Don't let anybody kill your dreams. Keep your dreams to people that you can trust. If you tell somebody your dream and they say, I don't like that, or I don't know, that's not possible. Even a friend or a family member, hey, that's cool. Don't tell them your dreams. Don't let them kill your dreams. Guys, I'm standing right now in our 70,000 square foot facility. I remember when there were people telling us, hey, you guys need to chill out. Hey, that's not possible. Hey, people can't do that. Hey, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that. Shut up. Listen, we're determined. We're focused. We know where we're going. We're dreamers. And we're not going to let anybody stop us. We're not going to be like the rest of the world that are going to conform. Some of you right now, you're doing the greatest job in the world, which is conforming to what other people want from you. You need to decide what you want from you, because then you're in alignment with who you really are, who really God made you to be. Who did God make you to be? A dreamer. He made you to be powerful. He made you to be somebody that could go out there and do whatever they decide to do. But then there's the world. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Haters. Blah, 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 blah. People. Blah, 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 blah. Little turkeys. Turkeys don't matter, man. Stallions, we're running. We're not worried about the damn turkeys, man. We're just driving forward. We're dreaming big. We're not letting anybody stop us. We know it's possible. If some other guy can do it, I can do it. I walked into a store and they said, hey man, 26 is the most cars here you can do. Like, that's it, man. I walked in, I said, well, I saw online that some guy did like 60 cars, you know, like, and they're like, yeah, but that's a different market. That's this, and this, that's this, that. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up, man. Shut up. I don't need to hear that, man. You know what I went out and did? I outworked them. I wanted to be the hardest worker in the room, the most talented guy in the room. I got a lot of talent in sales, but I worked my ass off. What people think is talent is a guy that put thousands and thousands and thousands of hours into his craft. I wasn't listening to Travis Scotty and Nicki Minaj and all this other bullshit that you guys listen to on the way to work. You know what I was listening to? Dude, word tracks, things that would make me dream, people saying it's possible, people telling you, dude, you can have whatever you want. But I really believed them. I really believed them, man. And so these guys that would tell me, hey, you can only sell 26, I'm like, somebody else did it. I don't care what market they did it in. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna make it possible. Are you gonna be the bloodline breaker for your family? Are you gonna be the guy that they were like, you're not gonna believe what this guy did? Everybody tried to stop us. Everybody tried to kill our dreams. We kept our dreams in our inner circle of people. Get an inner circle of people and don't tell your dreams to all these 1%ers out here. Tell your dreams to the 2 or 3 1%ers right here and let the world see, okay? Get so big, dream so hard that the world has to recognize you. And if you can do that, and you can keep your dreams tight, and you can never stop believing that it's up to you, that is within your control, that all it takes is God gave us a mind and a heart. And if we can tap into those things and dream big, Everything's for us. You can get it. You just have to decide on it and then go get it. Okay, guys, number 8, do what's right. Okay, guys, this is a simple one, but it's a hard one, man. You're in sales. There's probably a lot of people that are doing the wrong thing. Listen, I followed the bad crowd. I did the wrong things. I touched the stove. I got burnt by the stove by doing what I knew was wrong. I want to tell you, if you want to have high integrity your whole life, if you don't want to go backwards, if you don't want to do all the wrong things, and maybe you go get all this good, but it's built on sand, and you don't want that to collapse, then do the right up front. I'm telling you from a guy that did a lot of the wrong things that this is one of the most important rules to having long-term success. And then, man, when I started doing all of the right things with my family, with my friends, with my relationship, with my business, with my clients, with everything, living in total alignment, I'm going to tell you what happened. Listen, you have this body right here, you got this mind right here, and you got this heart. See this brain right here? See this heart right here? When you're doing the right things, your brain and your heart are on fire. When you're doing the wrong things, man, you're living in anxiety and fear, and this guy's just on fire. He's like, man, not the good fire. He's like, shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. He lives in fear. He lives in anxiety. It takes over all of his emotions, man. He's up and down and up and down. When you're doing the right things and you're living in alignment, you feel good about you, man. Don't let anybody convince you to live below the standard. Don't let anybody convince you to do the wrong things. Do the right things. Don't touch the damn stove. It's hot. Okay, guys, number 9, you got to prepare to win. What's preparation mean to you? Listen, man, Kobe Bryant spent every day doing everything that it took to win. Okay, like what do you spend your time on? Do you spend your time bullshitting? Do you spend your time in the bar? You know, everything that I do is about winning. Everything that I do is about having a great family. Everything that I do is so all of these buckets that I have in my life, bucket of life, bucket of family, bucket of God, bucket of fitness, all these things, if that's not within inside of those, then you're preparing to lose. Success is predictable. When you're doing the right things, when you're focused on the right things, success just starts to come to you because you're an attractive person. And that's how the world works. It just starts to give it to you. But man, some of you are suffering from unpredictable success because you're not doing the behaviors of a successful person. You got to prepare to win. Your life is preparation for these little moments. And you're not going to find a lot of these just like big, giant moments that change your life. It's going to be a lot of these little things of preparation to one day you're going to shake the hand that makes you $1 million a year, makes you 10 million a year, makes you 100 million a year. But it's going to be 10 years of work. It's going to be 20 years of work to win that one championship. Kobe Bryant probably shot 900,000 balls before he shot one in a championship game, okay? And then he had to shoot them in the championship game. The lights are going to come on. Who are you going to be? The stage is going to be set. Will you be able to handle the pressure? I'm pretty naturally talented in some things, but I've also put thousands of hours behind my craft. So you put me in front of a crowd of 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1,500, doesn't matter. I know my job. I know my job better than anybody. You put me in front of a customer, I know my job, man. You put me in front of an owner, I know my job. I'm naturally attracting a lot of big opportunities. If you want to attract big opportunities in your life, you've got to be prepared. And this one is so huge because when you become a general manager, an owner, all these different things, you think you've made it. You have not even made it. You have not even started, sir. Come on. Okay, if you're watching this, you're going to meet the business partner that could take your business from here to here. And likely this is how it's going to look. It's not going to be they walk in and schedule a meeting. It's going to be you're going to pass by them at a seminar and they can see that fire in your eyes. They can see that progress in your spirit, okay? You know, you're going to be at one dinner with them and they're going to be like, I like that guy. Holy moly, what's that guy up to? What's going on with him? They're gonna see you, they're gonna be like, I like how that guy is with his family. I can tell that guy's close to God. I can tell that guy's experiencing this. Oh, he's got a good business. Oh, he's got his shit together. They're gonna know. That's when your shit's gonna go to the top. Okay, guys, last one. 10, give great speeches. Okay, this isn't just for my leaders. This is for my salespeople. Listen, you're gonna have to give great speeches to your customers, to your friends, to your families, to your kids. Get over here, Cannon. You're gonna have to give great speeches to everybody. You're gonna have to motivate everybody. You're gonna have to push everybody. Listen, the best leaders, they can captivate an audience. The best dad, he can captivate his children. The best salesperson, they can captivate the people that are in front of them. How people feel when they're around you is who you are. Can you make a room of 700 feel that fire, that authenticity, that who you are? Do they know that you want to be somebody? Can they feel that energy, that passion, that thrive for life? Can they feel that from you? Can you make your words flow like water? Can you move them? Listen, if you can move a crowd of 1,000 people with your words, you become dangerous, man. You elevate your life and who you are instantly, okay? You know, can you move a sales team? sales leaders out there. If you want to get rich, it's sales and leadership. But, you know, salespeople are not going to work for a dud that can't put together a great speech. They can't speak from the heart. They can't speak on the drop of a dime to anybody, man. So listen, you're going to have to give great speeches. You're going to have to practice the art of communication. And if you can, you're instantly going to tap into somebody's spirit. You're instantly going to tap into somebody's heart. You're instantly going to tap into somebody's brain, and you're going to move them to another outcome, which goes back to one of the rules of be a great coach, you know. And if you want to make a lot of money, you got to be the best coach in the world, because you get a potential out of somebody that they didn't know that they could get out of themselves. And that is the definition of a coach. So you're going to have to be able to do that. And if you can build a lot of cool stuff. And that is a universal rule of how to become ultra successful. Okay, guys, don't just watch this video, go back to your cubicle and eat a jelly donut. That's not how this goes, okay? We don't just do this in the Elliott Group. We don't just learn it, we live it. I want you to write that down again. We don't learn it, we live it, man. We live this way. We take these things and we become it, man. If you think that something in this video helped you, I want you to send this to somebody else. I want you to send this video to somebody else. I want you to share it to somebody. That's what a good leader does. Says, hey, watch this video. I think you could use one of these points, man. So share it to somebody. I'm super grateful for you. Go to the next level. This world needs people that are the example. This world needs people that are great to their customers, great to their teams, great communicators, okay? Great fathers, great wives, everybody out there. Listen, my goal for you is just to be great at what you do, to make more money, to be happier with who you are. And if you can do that, that's ultra success. That's the real success. So apply these rules with inside of who you are. Watch this video 20 times. Don't just watch it once, man. Send it to somebody. Can't wait to see you in the next video. Turn your notifications on. We have videos every single day. All right, guys, you're the true 1%ers. You made it to the end of the video. Let's go. Like, comment so we know who you are down below, and then share this video to somebody else who needs it. And also turn your notifications on, because we got the fire coming every single day. Amazing. We'll see you at the next video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.